Hey, welcome back to God's Hermit Speaks. I am about a week late making this video. I apologize for that. I I suffer a lot, and which I'm not complaining about, but I had days where I can't, I move from the bed to the chair in the living room, and that's about it, except for taking care of my fur babies. And you know, I went out yesterday for a little over 4 hours. Wasn't supposed to be gone that long, but but the van broke down. This has been one of those years, beginning with December 17th, when my life partner passed away, and let me make that clear that he was my life partner, but I have one room and he had the other, and I don't live in sin. But so yeah, I was gone quite a while yesterday, and that's okay. You know, I'm more comfortable being at home, where I can pray when I want to and not be distracted by something. But I got to go to the church yesterday, which was good. And I went into the sanctuary, and I prayed in there. Um, that was awesome. So I hope you all are doing well. Um, Maybe I should explain in case someone, because I am a suffering servant. Uh, that verse is found in the book of Colossians. There's other verses, but a, a priest, my favorite one, Father Al, um, who is gone now, and been gone for a long time, but he noticed that I was always in pain, and I feel like I'm being stretched out this way. Oh, doc, which that hurts very much. Tapping my arms this way. Um, and when I told him that, he's like, you I think you may be a suffering servant. And I said, what do you mean? He said, like Paul completing the I am gonna misquote this verse so bad. I should have my Bible in here, but I do not. It's in the living room. And last time I tried to pause this, it went to anyway. It don't pause. Not that I can find. Um, but in the book of Colossians, it talks about Paul taking on in his body. It it says what's lacking, and we know nothing was lacking in Jesus. So I think this verse is not written quite well. But there are people who take on the pains, and some people take on the actual marks of Jesus. But it don't even have to be that. It could be anything you suffer in your body. Um, and he told me that I was completing the suffering of Jesus. And I just about told him that he was bat crazy. And it, it it is in the book of Colossians, and Colossians is short. So if you want to go read it and find where Paul says, "I'm completing what was lacking in the sufferings of Jesus. In fact, you can Google it and then find it. But, yeah, that's my life. Uh, and I'm okay with that. I am okay with that. Uh, I know by now somebody's probably cut this off if anybody's watching. But I'll never lie. I'll never lie to you. I won't. And if when I'm reading in my book, if I say Jesus said it to me, you best believe that Jesus said it to me. If it's my opinion, I will tell you it's my opinion. Um, I'm not going to lead people astray. Uh, that's not what I was sent here to do. Think about that crazy hair. I'm sorry. Okay. Now I look like I have a pixie cut. So, yeah. I'll start talking and I run out of words to say about something because I'm not somebody who's brilliant, you know. I'm just living out what God has called me to do. Yeah. As I said in my last video, hermits do stay mostly to themselves, but they also associate with people, and we do leave the house. So when I get off this, I'm going to participate in a mass. I didn't do that yesterday. The time I got home, I hurt so bad. Pains were running through my back and down my leg and in my hip, and every time we went out across a bump in the road, it got worse. I was like, ugh. You know, thank God in heaven you won't have that stuff. Anyway, so I'm going to read 2 things to you today. I don't know what to call the first one. You're going to find out what I call Jesus and what he calls me in this. I probably will stop and try to explain that a little bit, because I hope there are Catholics watching this who will understand, maybe, but also Protestants. I hope there are Protestants who are watching, because I'm still part Southern Baptist. I grew up Southern Baptist, and, you know, I definitely love my Southern Baptist people and all my Protestant brothers and sisters. So, what should I call this? I'm going to call it what I'm reading. A mystical experience. That's what I'm going to call it. I could call a lot of things that I've written. Okay. This is from July 4th this year. Oh, my most adorable Jesus, you suffered so much in your passion and crucifixion to save our souls from hell, and still to this day we crucify you over and over again because of sin. As for me, I am just as sinful as anyone else, maybe much worse, because of my divine union with you. Sorry, I'm about to choke. I'm about to do something that's very gross. Okay. Because of my divine union with you as your wife. Hold on. Don't shut it off yet. My dear holy husband, how I would love to treat your wounds and wipe the blood from your skin, even if I do this in my imagination. After saying this, my eternal love, he spoke to me saying, you don't have to imagine it. You may come and tend to me. Okay, so I thought he called me wife. He usually calls me wife. So I'm going to explain that. There are people who've had mystical marriages with Jesus. I'm one of them. I don't deserve it. I certainly didn't ask for it. But on June the 19th, 2019, and the reason I remember that date so well is, but it was my sassy girl, my little quirky baby. She passed away May 19th that year. And on June 19th, Jesus said to me, will you be my wife? I didn't understand what was happening. But of course I said yes. I mean, he's God. He created me. What am I going to say? No, get out of here? Um, I mean, I've said that to a few men, but I, uh, not, I have a ring right here. I know, y'all are going, there's no ring there, you crazy. There is. It's a mystical ring. It's gold, and all I wanted was a plain gold band. He said he could give me anything, and I said no. Um, so, and close to this time, and I guess maybe if you're Catholic, you know about this, I received the wound in my heart. And if you're not Catholic, the wound in your heart is where, after Jesus passed away, see, they stuck that spear all the way, and it didn't crack a rib or anything. I don't know how it missed it, but they pierced his heart, and that's where the water and the blood came out of him. So, this is not heavy. The little, what's it say, in ice, it fell off, and I couldn't put it back on. Now I've lost it. Oh no, right there it is. I lost it, then I found it. I guess I could invest in some glue. I don't know. But, if I lay like this, or like this, it doesn't hurt. It's not heavy. But my heart begins to hurt. Right now it's starting to pick up heat. That quickly. I don't know how that happens, but it does. Anyway, so I had, around the time of my mystical marriage, I received what's called transverberation. I had to keep talking a little bit because I was about to say transfiguration. Okay. He said, I don't have to imagine, I can tend to him. Then I immediately then I immediately found myself with Jesus standing in the woods with sunlight shining through the trees. He was wearing the crown of thorns and blood all matted in his hair and beard and all over his face. I had a washcloth and a big bowl of
National Weather
water.
Service. A flash flood warning is in effect for this area until 7 p.m. Eastern Daylight Saving Time. This is a dangerous and life-threatening situation.
I
Do not
don't know
attempt to
where it
travel
came
unless you are
from.
fleeing an area
All I
subject to
can
flooding or
say
under an
is
evacuation order.
the realm of heaven is not like here. I don't know if you heard the weather thing, but I'm filming this tropical storm Deb, not filming, recording. Um, as tropical storm Debbie is going over my area. Okay, so I had water and washcloth and didn't know where it came from, but I was in the realm of heaven, so things don't work like they work here. I mean, it's just like what you need, you got. Wouldn't it be nice to want to go, say, like, go visit some site? Like, I like to watch a man called Bob Medjugorje, and he takes you around Medjugorje and shows you, takes you to Apparition Hill or Mountain and to Cross Mountain and things of that nature. And I just love, you know. And, so in heaven, I could just say, I want to go to Medjugorje and be right there. That's so awesome. I can't wait. Anyway, I began wiping the blood off of my Lord and love gently. I wiped his hair. I gently took the crown of thorns off of him. I cleaned his face and beard. Then I said to my Jesus, you know, just getting little relief from a 4-day old headache. Crown with thorns, headache. But if you will let me, I will gladly suffer for you the pains of sins and for the salvation of souls. He replied, my dear wife, this time we will suffer together. He then put the crown of thorns on my head, and then it was like poof, he had another on his head. And that's the end of that. So sorry I stopped and tried to explain things in the middle, but I'll forget by the time I get to the end. I got one more short one I want to read to you. Jesus started talking to me about the Great War before Russia invaded Ukraine, which that's not the Great War. Um, the Middle East right now has the potential to become the Great War. Whether it does or not, I cannot tell you for sure. The Great War, by the way, is World War III. Um, there are people I've seen around YouTube who are date setting things. Um, and I see videos who say this is going to happen by August 1st. Never happens. There was something supposed to happen by May the 30th, and I'm still waiting for it. But you know, I'm not going to do that to you. uh, I advise you not to pay attention to that stuff. Now, if it comes from the Pope, it may be a little inside information. If it comes from Franklin Graham and the Pope, I say you got something to worry about. Okay, so this I wrote on July 10th. Um, Jesus has said to me, you hear some people say that WW3 has already began, but this is not true. When America and Great Britain enter into one war together, then WW3 will have started. I said nothing back to him. There's a lot in here about WW3. There's a lot in here about him wanting to explode major volcanoes to chastise people. I might read one of those next time. Or I might go back to into an older video. I mean, an older journal. Because this is this year's. I've got many. So, I hope that my videos somehow help you spiritually and in your spiritual walk with God. I got something else I want to read, but I just don't want to make the video too long. So I'm going to tell you, one, stay in church. If you can't go to church, find one that you like on YouTube. Okay? If you're in my area and you're Protestant, I watch Restoration Church sometimes. My cousin, say that. But if you remember Hickory Grove, Dr. Joe Brown, who used to be there, he's the pastor of that church. If you are disabled Catholic like me and can't go to Mass on a regular basis or ever, I like St. Mary's Parish in Ottawa, Canada. Shalom World in that's in Ireland. They're also pretty good. Sometimes it's hard to understand what they're saying, but you can find something on here. Father Mike Smith, I like him. A lot of people like him. He's in a college somewhere. But yeah. So find something and make sure you read your Bible and pray. Pray for this country. We need to get back to Jesus. We need a president. I hate to get political, but we need a president who is for the Christians and the Jews. We need that in this country. God will honor that. He's not going to honor what's going on now. Don't mention no names. You know the names. Pray for school children to be brought up right, for little children. Pray for us old people. We need it. Everybody needs it. Pray for the families. Pray for, I'm not on the African American train, so to speak. But I know that what has been done to them over the past 50 years, the family, they need our prayers. This is why they're running out here killing each other. Because they've been indoctrinated with wrong stuff and they don't have families. They don't have a mother and a father together. So pray for them. Pray for the end of these wars. Okay, well, and I ask you to pray for me, and I'll be praying for you. And God bless you, and I'll see you as soon as I can. Bye.